Hello and happy Monday here from the National Real Estate Post. Brian's going to do a very interesting interview today that I think all of us need to pay close attention to. Trust me. Okay, but before we get started, a reminder, this is very important. On the 18th, this coming Thursday, Remen Wholesale, Carl Markham, he's going to be doing an interview with three baller loan originators, man. These guys are top producers. They're going to spill their secrets and their marketing strategies and how they're being so wildly successful, I should say. So, with that, click this banner over on your right. Register for this webinar this Thursday. You're going to dig it, trust me. And now with that, let's get on to Brian and this very different, unique interview that you're going to want to pay attention to.
Hey guys, Brian Stevens here with the National Real Estate Post, and I've got Megan Anderson with me. She's a personal trainer, and though she looks a youthful 14 years old, she's in fact 24. Now, the reason why she's on here is she's going to give you some helpful tips on how you can live a healthier life while dealing with all the stress that you're trying to manage as a real estate agent, a loan officer, or anybody in sales. Now, Megan has a history of working with people in the industry, and this is because her mother is a loan officer, and over the years she's seen how stressed out her mom is and how it's had an impact on her, both spiritually, I would say, to a certain extent, and definitely physically. So I want to keep this in the context of myself, Megan. For anyone who's watched my show over the past 10 years, like I said, you've seen my roller coaster fluctuations up and down. I always say that me and Oprah Winfrey have something in common because we can never pick a weight that we like. So for myself, what would the first thing a stressed out loan officer or salesperson with subject eating habits, long hours, what should they do first?
The first thing that you should do is you need to start to begin to create better habits. And one thing that's going to be is you're going to start eating more mindfully. And the easiest way to do that is to start focusing your meals centered around protein. Make sure that you're getting a protein source every meal. A lot of people are deficient on their protein, and it is what is going to be the building blocks to is recovering from workouts and just becoming overall healthier. Another thing that I would really stress for you to do is when you're working long hours, we tend to not pay attention when we are eating. And one thing that you can do is really just focus. Take a couple minutes to really focus on the food that you're eating. It's going to make you more aware. It's going to make you more satisfied. So you're actually going to end up eating a lot less. And you're going to notice that you're going to start to make a lot healthier food options.
Okay, well, all right, so are all proteins created the same? I mean, when you're saying eat a protein, should I eat a lean white chicken meat or should I eat a big old sausage patty? I mean, what gives there?
So not all protein sources are created equal. We have our complete protein sources and we have non-complete protein sources. We really want to focus on getting complete protein sources.
All right, what's an example of a complete protein source?
Anything regarding meat. And yes, your red meat is going to be a lot more fattier in content than your white meat and your fish. And for you, yes, it would be probably, for a lot of people, it would be healthier to pick the option that is less calorie dense. So that is going to be your lean proteins. That's going to be anything that's white, from chicken breast to egg whites to fish, things like that.
How about pork chops?
Pork chops wouldn't be my go-to answer. I would pick one of the lean meat options, and then from there I would either pick steak and then I would pick pork. Pork would probably be the least that I would pick.
So do you eat 3 meals a day? Do you eat 5 meals a day? What do you do?
You need to eat the number of meals that keeps you satisfied. So
that's
the whole thing is
that's 14 for me.
That's okay then. You can eat 14 times a day, but they need to be smaller portions. They need to be centered around protein. And I think once you start to realize and eat a little bit more mindfully and focus things around protein, you're going to notice you're going to be more full and you're going to be a lot happier. The things that a lot of people that I've noticed, especially with my mom growing up, is that she would be working all day, and this is unlike your problem, but a lot of people and a lot of women deal with this problem, especially in loan officers and real estate, is they don't eat lunch. And if they do eat lunch, it's that they go out to lunch and then they overeat. But a lot of times with women, what it is they'll barely eat breakfast, they'll go to work, they'll work all day, and then they'll come home and they'll end up eating a lot. And what happens is when you're only having those 2 meals is your body is basically going into starvation mode and you're getting really, really, really hungry. So then when you go home, you can justify it and you end up overeating, over-consuming, and it leaves you feeling stressed out and like you're not making any progress towards a healthier lifestyle.
Okay, good. Now, all right, let's talk about somebody who's going through, we have a sedentary lifestyle. Okay, we're going to sit at our desk, we're going to drink coffee and stare at a computer and talk on the phone. This has obvious consequences. It's going to slow our metabolism down, and and all that food that we're eating is just going to go straight to our ass. And so then what do we do about that?
I would make sure that you take so many little breaks per day. And a lot of times when you're sitting at your desk all day, you are prone to creating these not so positive postural imbalances. And what I mean by that, yes, exactly. When you're sitting at this computer, you're slouching. It's not good for your upper back. You're stressing your neck. A lot of people, my mom especially, I noticed over the years, she adjusts her head forward to look at the computer. You can't expect to not have back pain. You can't expect to not have these postural issues when you are constantly surrounding yourself by that environment. And I'm not telling people to quit their job or, go to the gym for multiple hours a day. I'm saying that it would be beneficial to take a couple, 2 to 3 minute break a couple times throughout your day. Focus on breathing and focus on really just sitting up with tall posture.
Back to food here real quick. I heard a loan officer who put up a post that said, carbs are my soulmate. And so are carbs bad? And what about if carbs are high in fiber, like you get the double fiber bread and all that stuff? I mean, don't you want to have a diet that's high in fiber? And are carbs really evil?
Carbs are not evil, and I'm here to tell you, you can eat carbs at any time of the day. What I would recommend, especially from a perspective of the type of job and environment that all of your followers are living right now, is I would pick more options that are more fiber related. So I would pick more vegetables when it came down to it. But that also doesn't mean that you need to limit. You need to have a balance. You need to be mindful, but you don't need to tell yourself, I cannot have these foods. Every time where you can pick veggies, I would pick vegetables.
Okay.
Every time that you can pick something that is more whole grain, I would pick that. Anytime that you can pick
Gotcha.
Beans, I would pick beans over the bagel.
Right. I would pick the bagel over the beans, but that's probably why you look like you do and I look like I do. But I'm going to tell you this right now. I want to go to you and say, I want you to set me up a schedule of crap I need to do every single day, just so I can check it off the list. Is that something that you provide?
That is something that I provide. I do offer online personal training in a little bit more private sector, in which it would be a lot more tailored towards your specific needs. And I check in with clients weekly through video, so like this, and it really just allows us to create that personal connection without me being there.
Okay.
And everything is done online. I send workouts to clients, and it's all just about creating a better habits.
Right.
And so the program, when it is personalized like that, is not the same for everyone, but it's something that it works on creating better habits within each person's life. And those are all different depending on what's going on in your life, what your job schedule is like at the time, what you're willing to do, and the time that you can give to it.
So if anybody out there would like to get some more information or a free trial to see if they can change themselves physically, and by the way, when you feel better, you work better. I mean, let's just be clear about this. When you feel better and you're eating better, you think better. I can attest to this. When I eat shitty, I don't think as clearly. When I'm on my vegetables and juicing diets and stuff like that with my lean proteins that I do, I feel like I'm a clairvoyant, that I can see the future. So it does impact what you do. So if you're thinking you want to make a change, I think accountability is a big part of it. And if you're going to pay the money, there's a certain level of accountability there. Yeah. So with that said, Megan Anderson, this has been wonderful. And we'll talk to you soon. By the way, I'm signing up for your free trial.
Yes, thank you.
Okay.
Thanks for having me on.
Thank you so much. Bye.
Bye.